Ah, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. 7 episodes. I'm done. Wait a minute, hold on. It's actually on a week off next week. I've got 2 weeks to recover from this. Okay. Okay. Is everything okay? How are you feeling? I pause for a moment, still smiling. Alive. Very alive. Wow. That's incredible. I just feel over these last 2 weeks I've learnt so much about myself. I feel better. I've lost 10 pounds. My hair has grown back, thick and beautiful, and I've even decided to embrace the festive spirit with my Star Trek Make It Snow Christmas sweater. This has been fantastic. Anyway, what's on the itinerary for today? Oh, God. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. 2 weeks. 2 full weeks I've had without this piece of dross in my life, and it's been wonderful. Wonderful. I've gone on, I've done videos about other things, I've done reviews on The Mandalorian, which has been a pleasure to watch, I must confess. And even in my spare time, I've crammed in 4 full seasons of Smallville. 88 episodes. Why? Because I wanted to see how things used to be. How good writers used to be for the CW. And in those 88 episodes that I've watched, there have been amazing characters, and there remains amazing characters. It's been 4 really good seasons. It falls off a cliff shortly in a season or 2. I'm not exactly which one it does, but it falls off a cliff. But right up until now, 4 excellent seasons. Clark Kent, Tom Welling, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Lana Lang, perfect for his love interest. They really do have such chemistry with each other. Chloe, Alison Mack, before she got into a weird sex cult and started branding women's nether parts. She plays such a beautiful character in Chloe, who is desperate to be Clark's friend, but at the same time is trying so hard to repress her true feelings about him, and she always ends up getting so hurt time and time again, and it's so painful to watch, but Alison pulls it off brilliantly with some, crazy good acting. Pete Ross served a purpose for the time that he was in. Wasn't the best, but served a purpose. You've got Lex Luthor, Michael Rosenbaum, amazing. Really, really good. How their fractured friendship starts to deteriorate, and Lex starts to turn more towards the dark side. And of course, his amazing father, John Glover, who is just masterful, absolutely masterful in this show. I even tweeted that out, and he liked my tweet this morning. And then you've got the parents, Jonathan and Martha. Perfect. They really come across as loving parents, and Tom really comes across as their son, and never mind all the ancillary characters which make the show what it was. 4 seasons, it's been a pleasure. They talk like normal people. They act like normal people. They have trials and tribulations like normal people. I couldn't give a flying fuck about a single person in this show. Couldn't give a shit about one of them. Not one. Anybody could get bumped off at any minute. I wouldn't care. And in actual fact, it would be a pleasure for the vast majority of them to be wiped off. That is the hallmark of terrible writing. This show is written by simpletons. people who don't know how to construct a plot, a storyline, an arc. They are rank amateur. That's what they are. Rank amateurs. And it doesn't get any better with this episode. At the start of this episode, I was just in, oh, God mode. You know, typical, oh, God, they got that wrong. They couldn't write that right. They can't write that right. And I was getting myself like I'm now wound up. Wound up! Just how you like it. And it got to a point where I had to turn off about 13 minutes. I had to turn it off. It got so cringe. There was a scene that was so cringe, I started eating my fucking microphone. I couldn't do it. I had to turn it off. And I tried, I went to the gym and I came back and I tried to watch it again. 13 minutes, got to the same scene, off. It had to go off again. But I gotta say to it, I've got to force myself through it. And I forced myself through it. Got past the cringe. And then it got to the back end of this episode. And by the end of this episode, I swear on my life, this is true. I was in hysterics laughing. At number one, how much of a fuck I didn't give. And number two, at how piss poor it was. And number three, just the laughable nature that I'm thinking to myself, do these people actually think anybody is going to care? It was like Joaquin bloody Phoenix in the Joker. I was just sat here like, right, I know, look, it's 5 minutes and we haven't, let's get into this fucking shite. So let's just start off. We have Batwoman giving one of her, you know, hey, Bruce, I'm doing my Dear Diary, Bruce. Where she talks about, I never gave up hope about Alice. I think I'm an optimist, Bruce. Don't tell anyone. No, you're not an optimist. You're fucking stupid! Because in letting her go, she's just gone around and murdered at least 5 people. Since you let her go twice. You're not an optimist. You're a fucking buffoon. That's what you are. But don't worry, folks. It gets worse! So it starts off with her in an alleyway, fighting and easily defeating, obviously, one of Alice's gang. And she steals his coat because she's a villain. She steals his coat. But when she's fighting him, she's using a quarterstaff. A collapsible quarterstaff, okay? Now, if a quarterstaff is collapsible, there's a very good chance it's going to be able to break in half and be able to use as 2 separate weapons. But no, she has to snap it. She has to snap the extendable quarterstaff. Okay, fair enough. I say fair enough, and it would make, if it's collapsible, make a lot of sense if it did come apart. But let's just forget logic, because the writers do. And she takes one part of the quarterstaff, and she throws it. She throws it at this guy, like a girl. And it deflects off his mask and goes off. And she's like, give me a coat. She says, oh, I'll give you my coat then. So he gives her her coat. The police come down the alleyway. She grapples. Boosh, flies away. Okay, fine. Next scene, she's back in the Batcave. She's back in the Batcave. Oh, don't even get me started with that. And she goes to the gadgets and she puts both halves, both halves of the broken quarterstaff back. So do you know what that means? It means she grappled up to the top of the building. The police came, arrested the bunny man, put him in the car, read him his Miranda rights, stuck him in the back of the car, waited for everyone to maybe cordon off the air, whatever it may be, and then drive off. And then she came back down again to pick up the stuff. I've come to pick up my stick. That's what she had to have done. Okay. And Luke's like, oh, I see you're trying to put it back and you've snapped it in half. And she's like, well, it'd make a lot more sense if it broke in the middle. Because, of course, everything that she's stolen off Bruce could be better because of her. And Luke's just like, well, it doesn't, so get over it. And she says, oh, I stole his coat because in his coat he has a phone. And we should be able to find the location of Alice due to his phone. So there's a couple of locations. And Luke's like, well, I don't think it's location number 1. I think it's most likely location number 2 because of reasons. Fine. And then she says, fine, I'll go there then. Don't wait up. And I was just like, that's perfect. No, that is absolutely perfect. Hey, Luke, don't wait up. You're done for this episode. All you do is just spout exposition and then you're done. You have no character, no personality. You've got no real role in this show whatsoever. There's no reason for you being here at all. Don't wait up. You're done. See you next week, Luke, so you can do the same. Absolute chocolate fireguard. Useless character. Useless. They've done nothing with him in 8 episodes. In 8 episodes of Smallville, Clark was fully realised. Lana was fully realised. Chloe was fully realised. Pete was fully realised. Lex Luthor was fully realised. Lionel Luthor was fully realised. His parents were fully realised. 8 episodes, this guy is fucking background noise. There again, half the people in this show are, because the writers are garbage. Oh. So, instead of going to the location, dressed up as Batwoman, ready to take Alice into custody, well, I say custody, you know what I mean, drag her by her fucking hair out of here and hand her over to the police. No! No, because Batwoman isn't a hero. She's a selfish fucking bitch. That's what she is. She only wants what's good for her. She doesn't care about the citizens of Gotham. She doesn't care about protecting Gotham. She doesn't care about the threat which Alice has posed. She doesn't care about the 5 people who have died since she let her go the last time. Doesn't care at all. All she's bothered about is her. Her and her sister. That's all she gives a shit about. This woman is a piece of trash. She's not a hero. Not a hero at all. She's a selfish piece of badly written trash. This isn't a go at Ruby Rose. This is a go at Kate Kane and Batwoman, okay? All of these goes are at the characters, not the people. Don't confuse the two. Garbage. So, obviously, I say obviously because this show is just so predictably bad. She has a conversation with her sister and she's like, give yourself in. No! Arrest her! Grab her! Take her in with your bat cuffs! You've shown already plenty of times she's no match for you because you're Batwoman! You're the best at everything! As the theme tune went, which I'll post on Twitter later. So, they have a chit-chat and then some of her goons come in. Even though she's had plenty of time to knock her out, grab her, take her. No. And she leaves. She just leaves of her own accord. Because this show sucks. And she's actually like, oh, look. I should have died. Why didn't I die because of the gun? Even though it wasn't me in the suit. You know, I stuck somebody else in the suit because I had to do a terrible scene in the last episode. And his sister's like, oh, I saved you. And she's like, oh, that's so great. Oh, that's so great. Oh, thank you, sis. Oh, that's great, you know. Yeah, never mind the 5 fucking people that died. Yeah. I murdered everyone who knows how to fix it just for you. Oh, thanks, sis. Fucking dumbass. Oh, God. Then when do we go? Oh, yes. Then we get on to the cack-handed storytelling. This is how piss poor the storytelling is. Then we get on to DuRay Scott coming out of his hotel on the phone, leaving a message for somebody. Who is he leaving these messages for and why aren't they getting them? Oh, right, I'm just coming out of the motel. I'll be back in Gotham in the morning. Oh, it's Alice's goons. Who is he fucking talking to? His office? His wife? Kate? Fucking Alice? Pizza Hut? Domino's? Uber? Who is he leaving these? He left one at the end of last episode. He's left one this episode. Is there some dumb fuck in his office getting these messages going, I don't know why he's leaving message now because he's over there in the offices. Who are they going to? It sounds like he's given them to head office. So the Crows are just the most inept security firm in the world. Oh my God. So they kidnapped Dougray, which they should have done last week before Mouse infiltrated the Crows, which makes no sense. But fuck it, this show's just a pile of fucking shit. Oh my God, is this the perfect image? Oh my God! Oh my God, these... Who is this? Who is this character? What is she? I don't even know what this thing is. I really don't. Is she a heart of gold stepsister that runs a back alley abortion clinic? Is she? But you know, only in her spare time, only when she wants. Because now she's going, oh my God, sis, let's go to a party. Let's put on some haute couture. Oh my God. Who is this person? Apart from a steaming pile of shit. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what to make of this. I have none. Her motives are all over the place. Her personality contradicts what her actions are half the time. I have no idea who this is because she's so badly written. There's a theme that goes alongside Batwoman, and it goes along with terribly written constantly. Oh, fuck it. And they have a stupid conversation about going to a party. She's like, well, you know, I don't want to go to your party because your mum's there. And she's like, why do you treat my mum like like Satan when the literal devil is still out there? Your fucking mum is responsible for everything. Your mum saying to Dougray Scott, oh, we found skull fragments of your daughter. And it was her security firm. So it wasn't just her going up to Dougray and saying, hey, I found some skull fragments. I did some personal tests on them. And they're your daughters. No, her security firm found the skull fragments, ran them through testing. She paid somebody off to say, yes, they are Alice's. So there was no reason for Dougray Scott to not believe the information that he was given. At all. So if her mother hadn't have done that, they still would have been looking for Alice. They probably would have gone back to that place because it was suspicious as hell. And they most likely, at some point, would have saved Alice. So her mum is literally Satan in this series. And we're meant to feel sorry for her later on in the episode. I don't think so. Oh, so it's an obnoxious conversation with two obnoxious people. And this is going to sound... No, I can't say that because it's just going to sound too bad. I'm sorry, I'm going to censor myself. So anyway, this is Mouse. And, you know, Kate doesn't know her own dad. You know, look at that mask. This mask is so great. It's even aged his neck. Even though we just see that it covers the face... and the person that's wearing him's 30 years younger. It's great. It just does the neck as well. It's so good. And I know some people in weeks before were just like, oh, so is Mouse like Clayface? No. He just puts a mask on. Whereas Clayface can mold himself into anything just for plot reasons. Mouse can. Otherwise, you know, if you start to look into it too deep, you have to look at it superficially. Hey, Dad, why you've got the neck of a 25-year-old when you're 56? But no, it's just, the mask clearly just, wow, fuck it all. Oh, no, they talk about something. I try so hard to listen, but I just keep zoning out. I have to go back and rewatch scenes because I'm trying to watch it, and I just lose myself. I go... I'm thinking about, oh, what shall I have for tea? Oh, I wonder if I should scrub the toilet. There's a bit of shit under the rim which I need to get rid of. Just, you know, things which are way more interesting than this show. Oh, my God. Okay, now, White Man Back. Oh, God, hold on. Have I done the thing? I don't know if I've got to the scene yet. Oh, we'll soon find out. So anyway, Dougray is essentially emotionally blackmailed into claiming that he's responsible for everything, even though the poor bastards had nothing to do with anything. And of course, Alice says, "Yes, you're the reason why I'm a crazy fucking cow." And he's just like, "Yes, I'm a white male, heterosexual, and yes, you're quite right." So we got Dumb Cow, an absolutely useless chocolate fireguard, in Wayne Enterprises. This scene I could not fucking believe. She starts off by drinking some of Bruce Wayne's scotch. She chugs it down, you know, to make herself look like a man. And I'm quite surprised that she didn't keel over, because she's like 4 pounds and 3 ounces. And then she says, and go with me on this one, because I had to listen back to it 3 times to get it right. She said, Dougray, her father, is worse than Alice, because Dougray Scott had a choice about giving up looking for Alice, whereas Alice, she was brainwashed into being a murdering cow. White man worse than murderer, because show. The person who did nothing wrong whatsoever is worse than the murdering bitch who keeps killing people. This show is fucking tripe. Absolute fucking tripe. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, man, we're getting to the point where I lost the plot. And we still haven't got to the point where I'm laughing my head off. So, Kate manages to, oh, by the way, Kate's so edgy in this scene, by the way. Can we just go back? Look at that face. Oh, I'm edgy, me. Because she obviously knocks back a bunch of Bruce's scotch, because, man. And then she talks about, this just doesn't make sense that my dad's letting Catherine back into his life. Because when I was a young girl, he found a joint in my backpack because edgy. Oh my God, I'm not just gay. I'm gay and I smoke pot. Fucking sue me. You know, and he absolutely busted my ass for 2 weeks because of it or some shit. This can't be Dad. This must be Mouse. The fucking leap. The leap from that to that. Do you know something about having a joint in your backpack? I'm going to let you into a little secret. Do you know what the difference is between a wife and your backpack with a joint in it? Yeah? He doesn't stick his dick inside of a backpack with a joint in, but he does his wife. For 11 years. Or however many years it is. So the leap that she goes, oh, he busted my ass because I had a joint, to getting back together with his, fuck this show. Fuck this show. Is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And people are going, oh my God, she's such a great detective. No, it's called bad writing. Sorry, I'm losing it. I haven't even got the fucking cringe scene yet. Oh, it's so close and I'm going to cry. I think I'm going to cry during the cringe scene. I'm going to break something or cry. Oh, yeah, look at that. I tell you what, that's the face. That is the face of Sophie reading the script. What the fuck? So, Sophie is sat in an office waiting for Dougray Scott, who's Mouse, to come in. And she's showing the amazing chemistry that her and her husband have, which is none whatsoever. Because Captain Whitebread here can't act for shit, and Sophie's she's trying. But she is working with a brick wall here that gives nothing. And he's just like, I'm still in a mood because you didn't tell me about sticking your finger up Ruby Rose's asshole. And she's like, come on, get over it. It's just a bit of scissoring. So Mouse comes in, as Dougray Scott. Kate starts texting Sophie saying, it's Mouse, it's not my daddy. So she's like, okay, I'm on it. And then she gets shot. They both get shot by a tranquilizer gun. So she wasn't on it at all. She was shit. Because everyone's shit. This security firm's run by shit people, hire shit people, and nobody checks the answering machine for Dougray. But fuck it. This show's just fucking shit. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking to yourself, but what if we get some payback for the answering machine messages? It's too late now. Batwoman has already worked it out. So it doesn't matter. These messages don't matter anymore because they've worked it out that Mouse isn't Dougray. So that was great plot thread. Oh, not this scene. This is the scene. How long have I gone for? 24 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'm only 13 minutes in the episode. Oh, shit on my face. Okay, so, they're in a limousine going to the gala. By the way, what's she called? That really obnoxious newswoman who does the voice of Vesper Fairchild. I can't remember. Americans, you'll know who I'm talking about. Is she, liked in America? Because she's just so obnoxious and punchable, it's ridiculous. So they're in a limousine going to the gala, and of course Vesper Fairchild has to tell people what a gala is because anyone who watches this show is a fucking retard. Is thick. That slipped out. Is thick. But it's true. So they're in the limousine and... Oh my fucking God. This thing here, who I don't know who or what she is vlogging. Oh my God, heading over to the gala. Oh my God, I'm in my diamonds and haute couture. Got some crystal. Hashtag mother getting her award. Hashtag proud daughter. Fuck you. Fuck this show. Who is following her and why? Who is she? Nobody. A back alley fucking abortion one. Oh, that hurt my fingers because it's so cold in here and that was metal. But who is this person that she would get a following? Why? Because of her mother? Her mother runs a security firm and a research firm. How many fucking research firm owners' kids are trending on Twitter or are influencers on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram? Fucking none! This show makes about as much sense as the time that I had a curry and ended up getting constipation. Oh, fuck this show. It took me ages to get past this scene. I was mad. It was just so cringy and so pathetic. Oh my God. So, this show is... So not only, by the way, did Kate go and see Alice at the start of the show and not apprehend her? She goes back to Alice and doesn't apprehend her. Twice in this episode. 4 times in total now. She has gone to see Alice and not apprehended her. She's disgusting. Disgusting. She's not a hero. She is a selfish bitch. I think we've established that. And she's like, where's Dad? And she's just like, Dad is where you left me. Back in that house. Back in that room. So Kate's like, ooh, crush an egg. I'm not going to apprehend you. Again! Why doesn't she grab her and drag her with her? And go, right, I've got you. If he's not there, you are fucked. You are fucked. No, just let her be. Let her be. Let her go again. Let her kill some more people. It's what you do. You terrible, fucking terrible piece of garbage. Luke. Luke comes back for 2 seconds to do exposition because that's all he does. He's like, oh, Mouse, look, you've done a good masky. You've done a good mask. It also does the neck as well. And then he does the face recognition of a Crows member, and it brings up that the guy's got a criminal record. So he automatically assumes that he's a criminal. Dougray might be giving people a second chance. I mean, it turns out he is a criminal, but it's just like, just because somebody's got a criminal record doesn't make them a criminal. They have done criminal activities. They've paid for their crimes. Maybe he was trying to make amends. Maybe he was trying to make a new life for himself. But no, if you've got a criminal record, folks, you're immediately bad guy. Oh! So at the gala, this is where things started getting hilarious. Oh, fuck off. So, these two wake up and have been tied in the office, and Dougray's gone off to the gala. I've got a question. What was the point? Why you could have just assigned them both to stay at the base. I've got the detail done, guys. Don't worry. I want you two to hold down the fort here. I want you to react if something happens. But he knocks them out. I know that Kate phoned up and said, "Oh fuck it. Oh my god! I've just realised it makes even less sense." So he preemptively did this because he knew that Kate would work out that he was actually Mouse and not Dougray. And in the whole time that they've been in the office and Dougray has left, not one member of this fucking organisation has gone, "Why haven't Sophie and her husband come out of Dougray's office?" He has. He left ages ago to go to the gala. Hey, since you're our supervisor, supposedly, according to this show, hey, where are you? Isn't anyone going to check? Anyone going to make sure that you're okay? You want a cup of tea? You want a coffee? You want a fucking syringe or something up your anus hole? Anyone? No? No? Fine. Why? Why try and do anything logical or sensible? Why bother? Why bother? You've got a fucking horrible a horrible writer doing your show for you. Nothing's meant to make sense. Nothing is meant to make sense because they don't fucking care about any sort of cohesion or plot or storyline. It's just things that happen on the fucking screen. So they start cutting themselves out and they start having a heart-to-heart about, you know, who stuck what fucking appendage in what orifice. And he's like, "Do you like dick in vag?" And she's like, "I don't know, you know, quite like a bit of fucking vag on vag." And is this where they get themselves out? Have they got themselves out yet? No, they still haven't got themselves out yet. They're still too busy doing stupid shit. So, Catherine is, fuck this. Catherine is giving her acceptance speech for Bitch of the Year award. I don't know what she got it for. And, guess who jacked the auto cue? Yes! It's Alice. And so she starts reading out what Alice has got planned, and they're like, "Oh my godsies, what is she reading out?" And Dougray's like, I don't know, I'm Mouse, so I don't give a shit. And she like, "Oh, I've been making money off..." Oh, God. "I've been making money off the backs of other people, blood money. I'm a villain. The real villains who've been going around murdering people, they're actually not villains at all." Oh, fuck off, this stupid fucking show. And then she collapses, she starts getting a nosebleed and she collapses and nobody cares. I certainly didn't care. Nobody cares apart from the daughter. So Mouse takes her backstage and starts to look after her as if he was her husband. Why? The pretense is up. The pretense is up. The members of the Crows are actually Alice's people, and they're stopping people from leaving the building, so why are you keeping up the pretense? Because your cover's blown, because Sophie knows and her husband knows. Why did you drug them? Why didn't you just kill them in the office? If you knew your cover was blown, why didn't you just kill them in the office? Oh my god, it makes even less sense! Fuck off, this show. Anyway, who cares? What happened? Yes, this guy's going, "Oh, don't panic, people, don't panic." And everyone's like, "Oh, we're panicking." So Batwoman turns up. This is where the hilarity starts, folks. Batwoman turns up, and she's got a broken quarterstaff. And she's just beating everybody up. Because she doesn't need no training. We've never seen her train at all. We've just seen her jump around the Batcave for 30 seconds. Nothing's been explained for how she does this, how she does that. Only she got sent away to train. Why? Where? How? Why? Why? When she got kicked out of the army, her fucking Dougray just went, hey, why don't you go around the world getting trained by martial artists? What fucking sense does that make? It makes sense with Bruce Wayne because he's training for it. She just wanted to be in the fucking army. Oh, fuck off. So she's just kicking the shit out of people who are, twice the size, easily. No problems at all. Keep throwing them at my sticks. I'll just beat all of them up. All of them up. Beat them all up. Beat them all up. Oh, great. So, more heart-to-heart stuff between Sophie and her husband that nobody could give a fuck about because there's no chemistry between them and nobody cares. Nobody cares whatsoever. So they eventually break themselves out. Break themselves out of the binds. And instead of running out the door and alerting all the people down here that Dougray Scott is actually Mouse and that the gala is most likely been taken over by Alice's crew and there's going to be mayhem and all this kind of shit. Do you know what they do? They talk about scissoring! They keep having their heart-to-heart. Let's keep having our chit-chat about us and relationships and where does Kate fit into all of this? And have I had a dildo at my... Because this show isn't about sense, it's about virtue signaling. The whole series arc is Sophie needs to be fucked by Kate. That is the story arc of this show. Fuck this show. Oh, 35 minutes. I really legitimately am sorry. I'm halfway through the fucking episode. I'll speed up. It's all shit anyway. So anyway, Alice turns up and she says to daughter, she's like, oh, your mum's a cow. Who knew? Your mum's a cow, so I've drugged her. But the drug I've given her is a drug that she actually made. And did she make an antidote? Did she help? Because she's evil. Any research centre that makes this kind of things always makes a vaccine to go alongside it. It's never mind. Fuck it. Like I said, written by a fucking rank amateur. And she says, but I've made a vaccine. I've made the antidote. So I need your mum to say, sorry for being a shitty muck shit face, and I'll give her the vaccine. And so it's just like, oh, I'm such a terrible person. I've done horrible fucking things. I'm such a... Nobody cares! And then the daughter's nose starts to drip blood. And she's like, oopsie doopsies, I've poisoned you both. But there's only enough poison for one of you. You're going to have to decide as if it was going to be a big thing. Is the daughter going to get it? Or is the old horrible bitch who's nearly dead going to get it? I wonder. So Batwoman continues to beat the shit out of everyone who's, who outweighs her by a country mile. And it's no effort at all because... and it goes on forever and nobody cares. And then she meets up with Alice in the hallway. And she's just like, oh, I did a thing. I'm a horrible person, really. You think you can save me, but you can't. So Batwoman gets really pissed off and tries to throttle her. And Alice is just like, throttle me, kill me. Become the dark side. Why not? You've done everything else but murder, Batwoman. Why not? But she lets her go. She doesn't kill her. Of course she wasn't going to kill her. And then somebody just goes boom. I think it's Mouse, actually. Just goes boom. And pushes her off the balcony without her being aware of anything. Like if somebody just run up now and hit me without me knowing. Knocks her straight off the balcony onto the floor. Oh my goodness me. Is she okay? Of course she's okay. She stands up immediately. Because she is amazing. Nothing hurts her. She is the Batwoman. The suit absorbed it. Let's just go with that. The suit fucking did it. Oh my god, excuse me. In episode 2 of the first season, Batwoman is clearly seen to have been hit by a 50 cal in the head. Oh, the suit protected her. The suit protected her. Also, she was blown up by a landmine. So it's fine. The suit absorbed it all. Fuck off. Jesus, fuck my ass. So Dougray Scott wakes up. The real one. The real, I want to call him Joseph. Jacob. The real Jacob wakes up. And he's in a van. And he's just like, what am I doing in this? Oh, yeah. He phones up Kate on his phone. He phones up Kate on his phone. And Kate's just like, wow, what did you buy me for my 6th birthday? Kate, by the way, who got pushed off the balcony, was fine, could see Mouse and Alice above her, decided to leave and get changed. Just decided to leave the theatre and get changed into a civvies. Why? See you later. I'm going to go out back and change into my civvies. If this show made sense, it'd have a heart attack. It would. It'd have a heart attack. Oh. So, the police turn up at Dougray Scott's 4x4, and they have framed him. They have framed him for what has happened in the theatre. Oh yeah, and of course, the daughter drank the antidote and the mother died. Who cares? I didn't. Was I meant to care? Sorry. Was I meant to care? Because I didn't give a fuck. Because all the characters in this show are horrible people. All of them. All of your heroes and all of your villains, all of them are horrible fucking people I don't give a shit about. And it's going to be so easy to prove that Dougray Scott had nothing to do with this. Nothing. And so, Alice turns up at the abortion clinic and she's just like, this is the beauty. This is the beauty of this scene. This shows exactly what kind of fucking piece of shit this person is now. She's just like, oh, I spend all day in my clinic, or I spend nights in my clinic. You know, when I'm not partying or influencing or whatever contradictory to this personality that they're trying to create for me. I save scum. I save druggies. Oh, druggies are scum. Don't worry about how they got into this situation. I'm sure some of them aren't nice people. But, you know, sometimes it's a bad thing that people get into. But the scum. Oh, I deal with thugs with face tattoos. You got a face tattoo? You're a horrible person. You're a horrible person. But she saves you. She saves you. Give her gratification. Give her praise. Validate her. Fuck off. Not a selfless bonus boy. She just does it to make her feel good. Your characters are all horrible people. Oh, and I you know what? I don't give a fuck about this scene. I don't. I'm moving on. I don't care. So, so husband's like, which is it, dick or vag? And Sophie's like, probably vag. And there's that. So in the trailer where we saw Sophie crying on the stairs, and I thought, oh, that's going to be because either her husband gets killed or Dougray Scott gets killed in this episode. No, the reason why she's crying on the stairs is because she's admitted to her hubby she'd rather have vag than dick. This show is fucking abysmal. So Dougray is in prison, and they're just like, this is going to be so easy to get you out of prison. And I'm just like, yeah, if the show tries to drag this out, it's going to be hot garbage. But, you know, never mind that. And Dougray's just like, my daughter's a bitch. No shit, Sherlock. She's a murderer. No shit, Sherlock. When I get out of here, I'm going to kill her. And Alice, and Kate's just like, yeah, I am not going to stop you. Because our hero is a piece of fucking shit. Oh my God! This was horrendous. Horrendous. Oh, by the way, it ends... if you don't watch all the CW shows, you're going to be confused as hell what just happens. It ends with Harrison Wells, whatever iteration of Harrison Wells this is, because I know I haven't watched The Flash for a few years and I know that he changes every season. Turning up, I think he's going to turn up to be Pariah in the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Doing a Crisis on Infinite Earth thing. So if you only watch Batwoman, you're going to be watching this going, what the fuck is this? But just to let you know, I am going to be, from next week onwards, heaven fucking help me, I'm going to be doing the whole 5-parter for Crisis on Infinite Earths. And Tom Welling appears in part 2, which is Batwoman's. This show was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. This is a show full of horrible, horrible people. Horrible. She hasn't done anything. Batwoman is disgusting. All the heroes are disgusting. I suppose you could say Luke isn't. Luke's just a vacuous, empty piece of crap. He's nothing. He's just an empty cuck vessel. But everyone else is horrible, and I don't care if any of them die. I don't care at all about them. They've been so badly written. This week, 3. I mean, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I actually give this a don't give a fuck out of 10, because I don't give a fuck anymore. But it gave me a laugh, because it was so laughably bad towards the back end. As I said, I was actually in stitches laughing. Stitches laughing. How poor this is, how badly written this is. But there you go. Wow, 45 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed my pain. If you did, do get a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links are in the description box down below. Right. Seriously. Greg. I'm talking to Greg Valenti here. Call me. I will write you a season 2 that will actually get you some fucking viewers. I promise you I can. It's not actually that hard to make some believable characters, relatable characters, and sympathetic characters. Call me. I'll have a legit chat with you, Greg. Legit. I've got a plot lined out for the whole series and everything. Am I still here? Are you still here? Okay, bye.